Okay, I want to teach you a little bit about osmosis, which will become a major thing in grade 10, but it's very easy to understand. And I'm doing this simply because I want to see how you can tell what's true or not true from using logic. There's a common belief that our body is as salty as the ocean. Now, you can research that to see if it's true. It most certainly isn't. The ocean's about 20 times saltier than us. But let's see how we could have concluded this using another fact. You are also taught that drinking seawater is fatal to you. So let's say you're given the two facts, and you're like, well, one person says the ocean is as salty as my body, and another book says drinking ocean water will kill me. How can I decide which one is true? Well, if you know something about osmosis, then you'll be able to decide which one is true. So the third fact will sort of allow you to judge which of the other two facts were correct using logic. And this is something I really want to push in the course, how you can figure it out on your own, not necessarily look it up. So what osmosis is the tendency for molecules to spread out where there's fewer of them. So if we have a swimming pool here and a swimming pool there, and there's a divider between them, and we suddenly take it away, it makes common sense that people will migrate into this. So let's suppose you have a tank of fresh water and a tank of slightly salty water. If you suddenly allow them to mix, now I don't mean stirring, I mean just quietly have a little tiny holes in this wall, you will find the salt will move to the side where there is less salt. All right? So this would be like your body, and this is when you drink water. What happens is the salt in your body and other things dissolved in the water will move into the fresh water, and the concentration in your body falls, and then you can urinate out what's left. And this is why if you have been dehydrated during the day, your urine gets darker in color because you can actually see the dissolved chemicals. If you have lots of fresh water in your body, you dissolve them out into a much larger tank of water and your urine loses its color. So osmosis will occur as long as there's more of this chemical on one side than the other side. Now, if seawater and salt water were the same level of concentration of salt, there's absolutely no reason for the salt molecules to want to migrate. So drinking fresh water lowers the salt content of your body. If you drank water that matched the salt content of your body, no osmosis would occur. Now, what if you drank super salty water? Here's your body again. What happens if the water you drank contained more salt than was in your body? Now, the salt would head this way, and it would actually increase the salt content of your body. And the other part of osmosis that's harder to understand because it's just this blue field is the water also will diffuse. And so the water in your body will head into the salt water and try to dilute it. So not only when you drink super salty water does your body get saltier, but this is now in your stomach. The water in your bloodstream will head back into the stomach as well. And it's not surprising that drinking a highly, highly concentrated salt solution not only dries up your body, but it'll trigger diarrhea as well as your stomach gets more liquidy. And in fact, this is usually what's behind many of these gigantic laxatives doctors will give patients if they're planning to do surgery anywhere in their intestine. It's just a really, really thick salt solution that causes instantaneous flooding of water into your stomach. And then very quickly you're as empty as you could possibly be. So here's the question. Which one of these three states would kill a person? Drinking water with lower salt content than in your body, drinking water with equal salt content compared to your body, or drinking water that has vastly more salt in it than your body. Which one of these three would be dangerous, if not outright fatal to you? And if you can make that conclusion, then you should be able to decide between these two statements. Your body is as salty as the sea. Drinking seawater kills you. Which one of those now is true and makes the other statement impossible now that you know about osmosis? And if you can make that conclusion, you're now being able to show you can figure things out, that other facts you have learned allow you to decide what is true on other things you've heard. And if you cannot do this, come and see me, because this is an important part of science, learning how to figure things out. This is absolutely not testable in grade 9. This is a thinking technique, okay? So I don't expect you to remember this. It's the process that I'm interested in.